Hello, Kirk Williamson with Cape Ann Photo Tours. This week, we're looking at doing something a little bit different. We're going to work on inspiration for photography. And what I decided to do was pull out some of my favorite books. And these have been inspiring me for a while. So let's get to the first one on the list. I only put my specs away here. The first one on the list is Ansel Adams' Examples. This book right here. I have pulled this book out more times than I care to imagine, just to look and see how Ansel did his work. And it's really helped me in a lot of ways. It's helped me discover how I work and how I'd like to work better. And I've really gotten a lot out of it. So here are some photographs from this book that have helped me along the way. The best thing about this book is there's a great backstory to every single photograph in here, and there's a great explanation of how the photograph was made, how he visualized it. This image here was made with Polaroid positive and negative film. Really great stuff. And of course, my personal all-time favorite image by Adams, Clearing Winter Storm. It just blows me away every time I look at it, and really got me hooked on Adams. This last image of George O'Keeffe is one of my absolute favorites. Adams made this with his Zeiss Contax 35mm camera. I love the sky, I love the expressions, I love everything about it. It's a wonderful image. The next one is one of my favorites. This is the National Geographic photographer named Steve McCurry. And many of you remember him from his Afghan girl photo, but boy, I'll tell you, this guy has always worked really, really hard. And I have been inspired by his photographs and his portraits for a very long time. And I just got this book for Christmas, I think it was last year. Not this past Christmas, the Christmas before. So it has really, really helped me a lot. And I've really enjoyed it. I'm still reading through it. And I found some great portraits in it this week. So, Steve McCurry, A Life in Pictures, written by his sister, Bonnie McCurry. When I'm looking for landscape inspiration, it's Art Wolfe. And his book here, Edge of the Earth, Corner of the Sky, is one of the best. This is a great book right here. I've enjoyed this book quite a bit. And the interesting thing about this book is that a lot of the images in here are, I should say all of the images in here are all done with film. Not digital, film. They're deep, they're rich, beautiful, beautiful photographs. And I'll tell you right now, when I need inspiration shooting landscapes, I'm deep into this book, looking at all the different variances of how Art Wolfe has done his work. Some really incredible, incredible photographs here, done with film, not digital. Very interesting. Really great stuff. Now, this next book is one of my favorite books, and I have to tell you why. Because this book came out in 1969, and my dad bought it for his father. And there's a message in one. I have two of these books. There's a message in here. It says, "Christmas 1979. You know, to Dad. Great to have. Since my dad's passed away, it's great to have that notation in one of the books. But this book in particular is kind of interesting. And my dad went to a book signing, and he was able to get the signature from David Douglas Duncan right here. Oops, I don't want to rip the cover, but you can see there's the signature right there. I would have to say that this book, I loved going through this book. When I was in high school, I loved going back and looking through this book, and I have to say it's probably one of the major reasons why I became a photojournalist, because of all the incredible photographs in here. You know, Dick Nixon and McCarthy and all the stuff that was going on in the '68 national conventions for both parties. Boy, it's an amazing picture book full of images that he made for NBC News. and really an incredible, I'm astounded every time I look at it. Some great images, and it really brought me to my profession. I have to say that about this book. It's an incredible book. I encourage you to look at it and see if you can find it. Now the next one, everybody knows this one. Henri Cartier-Bresson, The Decisive Moment. Now, I have to say that the best part about this book right here is a Bible for photographers that comes with us. Now this is the Stadel Publishing Company version of this, and it comes in this great sleeve here. And I have to say that I really enjoy this book. I thought there would be a lot more in it, and it's kind of split in half because it's got his work from India in the back, India and I think Pakistan or whatever it is, and it's just different. But the front part of the book is all his, all the images that you know and love from Bresson, and some great discussions before it. So, you know, I like, for instance, this picture right here, which I'm going to show you. But this one, everybody knows that picture. And this image here is just, it's daily life. And that's what documentary, people put Bresson in with street photography, photojournalists. He was a founder of Magnum, so it's more documentary, really. And that's what he's best known for. And here's another one of his famous pictures right here. Really a wonderful book, and I've enjoyed it a lot, and I go to it for inspiration every once in a while, and also reading through the Bible for photographers that comes with it, which is great. So let me put this book back in its sleeve here. Oops. Come on, get in there. Now, the next book I have is relatively new. And it's a street photography book, and I don't do a lot of street photography, but there are times when I like to get out there and work on my documentary work, which is kind of an offshoot of street photography in a way. And I have to say, I love this book, and I love the movie that came out around the same time. And it's this book right here, Vivian Mayer. This is an incredibly high quality book, and it tells the story. The images are fabulous, all done with, or most of them, I should say 90% of them are probably done with a Rolly. And I have enjoyed just going through this book and looking at these images time and time again. And it's relatively, it's a new book for me to look through, but I'll tell you, boy, just great stuff, great stuff. I'm amazed every time I go through this. I find something that to me is just life. You know, it's life in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s even, I think. But they're great photographs, and I encourage you to go to the library and look at this book or purchase this book. Vivian Mayer, street photographer. The movie is called Finding Vivian Mayer. It's great. It's a fabulous book. I encourage you to look it up. It's wonderful. So if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, hit the notification bell. That would be great. And check out kpanphototours.com. I've got some great things coming up. We're looking to sign people up to go look at Cape Ann. And also I've got some workshops going on. We have a photo tour up in the mid-coast of Maine at the Rockland Harbor Hotel in September. And then we're also coming down here the week after that for a workshop here at the Rockport Inn and Suites. And honestly, I think you get a lot of benefit out of both of those. So that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video on inspiration, and we'll talk to you next week.